In this video, you will hear the next chapter of the Dreamwalker's journey into an unknown world. A world unfamiliar to most people, though some of the initiated may know more than they admit. Let's begin. Once again, the Dreamwalkers gather together to continue their journey. Their travels take place inside their dreams. To begin, they must all fall asleep, meet within the dream, and realize that they are dreaming, something that comes naturally to them. The group still consists of 8 members. They entered a deep meditation. They had not slept for more than a day, so their dream would be long and heavy. Slowly, one by one, they drifted into sleep. Ronnie was the first to fall asleep. Inside the dream, he found himself in a room where he could see the sleeping bodies of his friends and his own. Seeing themselves from the outside no longer scares Dreamwalkers. Ronnie simply observed quietly, waiting for the others. Suddenly, he felt a hand rest on his shoulder. He turned around and saw the rest of the group, with Thomas lowering his hand. "Are you ready?" Thomas asked. Ronnie smiled slightly. "Of course I'm ready. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. There is something that may surprise anyone who has never experienced a lucid state like this. Dreamwalkers cannot pass through a door unless they open it inside the dream. But opening a door in a dream is simple. One person only needs to imagine that the door is unlocked and open it for everyone else. In the real world, the door remains locked. Dreamwalkers also have the ability to teleport, but only to places they have already visited, whether in dreams or in waking life. This ability also works through the power of thought. What happens next, you will discover in future episodes. Stepping outside, the group agreed to teleport to the airport, where they planned to board a cargo plane headed for Antarctica. They couldn't teleport directly to Antarctica, since none of them had ever been there before. If they tried, they would end up in a place that wasn't the real Antarctica, but only their imagination's version of it. And even then, they wouldn't be able to appear in the exact same location together. At the airport, they watched people passing by. Those people couldn't see them and sometimes even walked right through them. The sensation was unpleasant, so the dreamers tried to avoid any contact, but not always successfully. Some people's astral bodies were unusually dense, and when such a person bumped into them, it could knock the dreamers off their feet. And, of course, they couldn't walk through each other either. When their astral bodies touched, the feeling was exactly the same as it would be in the real world. Without much trouble, they slipped inside the cargo plane they needed. The aircraft was scheduled to deliver supplies for an expedition conducting scientific research in Antarctica. Once aboard, Ronnie said, "I hope nobody wakes us up or interrupts our journey while we're flying. We've got a full 12 hours ahead of us." Patton added, "Yeah, flights like this don't happen more than once every 6 months. I hope everything in your apartment is fixed this time, Ron. We don't want another flood like last time, the one that stopped us from reaching that secret bunker." Ronnie replied confidently, "Don't worry, everything will be just fine." Meanwhile, at the research base, an expedition team led by Dr. Bout was surveying the area not far from the station. A small blizzard was blowing, and visibility remained very poor. At one moment, one of the team members stopped and, squinting into the pale white haze, asked, "Excuse me, sir, none of our people planned an outing today, right?" Dr. Bout, still checking his instruments, answered calmly, "No. A plane from the mainland is supposed to arrive today. No groups were scheduled for field work." Hearing this, the man who had asked suddenly continued, now with a tense tone, "Excuse me, sir, but I think I see someone." Everyone instantly turned their heads in the direction he was looking. Through the curtain of snow, a dark, motionless silhouette could indeed be seen standing as if waiting for something. "There's someone there!" Several voices exclaimed at once. Without another word, the team headed toward the mysterious figure, carefully pushing through the strengthening wind. The group of 6 people, including Dr. Bout himself, quickly approached the silhouette. Stopping just a few steps away, Dr. Bout attempted to start a dialogue. "Excuse me, where did you come from? How did you get here?" A male voice responded from the shadow. Kamito selatro, Cyclone rumasku. He spoke an unknown language, yet, strangely, Dr. Bout and the others understood it. The meaning appeared directly in their minds. He didn't know and couldn't remember how he ended up here. One member of the expedition quietly said, "Maybe he got lost. Could there be another station nearby?" Then, a little louder so everyone could hear, "Does anyone recognize what language he's speaking?" Dr. Bout shook his head. "No, I don't recall ever hearing anything like it." The silhouette began moving closer, slowly emerging from the blowing snow so they could finally see his face. His sharp eyes and the shape of his features resembled those of a Yakut man. His clothes were also similar to what northern nomads might wear, thick, warm, and traditional. Stopping just one step away from Dr. Bout, the stranger spoke again, softly. "Poshet Skaldir Tursa," and once again, everyone understood him without knowing how. They exchanged confused looks. One of them whispered, "I feel like I can understand him. I don't know what's happening." The meaning of his words was clear to all. "I don't remember anything." And it also seemed as though he understood them in return. Dr. Bout clarified, "So, I understand correctly. You don't know and don't remember how you ended up here?" The stranger nodded repeatedly, confirming it. "All right," Dr. Bout said with a calm nod. "Follow us. We'll try to help you." The base wasn't far, and in about an hour, the group was already on their way back. The rest of the expedition members were expecting them. Dr. Bout had radioed ahead, informing the team that they had encountered a man in the storm. As soon as they entered the station, the guest was offered hot tea and seated on a couch. The researchers took turns asking him questions where he was from, what he last remembered, and so on. But the stranger only looked around in quiet astonishment, murmuring something unintelligible yet calm. His gaze was steady, almost detached. Realizing they wouldn't get any clear answers, the team decided to leave him alone for now. They still had work to do preparing the landing strip for the incoming aircraft. The plan was simple: put the mysterious man on the return flight to the mainland, and let the appropriate authorities figure out who he was. Soon the long-awaited plane landed successfully. Everyone greeted it with relief and immediately began unloading food supplies, tools, and equipment. Meanwhile, our dreamers, who had traveled aboard that very plane in their astral forms, slipped unnoticed past the busy expedition team and stepped aside to discuss their next move. They decided it was time to wake up and return to their physical bodies. The first stage of their mission was complete. Now they could appear in this place at any time simply by focusing on it. The technique of awakening was also a special skill, but all 8 dreamers had long mastered it.